Please subscribe math.com and don't forget to hit the bell icon for new video notification.
Hello everyone, we are going to learn today the case number 3 of integration by partial fraction decomposition. If you have seen my last two lectures, we have discussed the case number 1 and case number 2, and today we will see how you can find the integration of the function involving non-repeated irreducible quadratic factors. Now what does it mean by non-repeated irreducible quadratic factors? We are given with the example that is integration of x minus 2 divided by x plus 1 x square plus 1. So let's see how this example is according to the case number 3. We have written here non-repeated. So it is clear from these two factors that no factor is repeating itself. This factor is not repeating itself and this factor is also not repeating itself, as there is no power on these factors. If there was x plus 1 whole square, it means this factor is repeating, but here we don't have a square on any of the two factors, so it means it is non-repeated. Then we have the word irreducible. Irreducible means that we cannot reduce these two factors further by means of factorization or any other method we can apply on it to reduce it further. So it is clear that it is non-repeated, it is irreducible and quadratic factor. So one factor is linear, so this is linear factor, and x square plus 1 is the quadratic factor that we have mentioned in the case number 3. So when we came across a non-repeated irreducible quadratic factors while integrating a function, how you will deal with such case, let's see today that how you can apply the partial fraction decomposition on it. So as we do normally the partial fraction decomposition, we assume the given fraction in a way like let x minus 2 divided by, so before integrating this we will use partial fraction decomposition and solve it into a simpler form so that we can easily take the integration, as we cannot take this integration of the function in this form, as otherwise it will be difficult. So we will assume that let x minus 2 divided by x plus 1 whole into x square plus 1 will be a divided by, when we have a linear factor we will just write a plus, and when we have a quadratic factor in which the power of the x is square, then we have to write bx plus c. So in partial fraction section you have seen this, that we have to write bx plus c whenever we came across a quadratic factor in the denominator. So we have assumed this, and now solve it further by taking the LCM as a into x square plus 1 plus bx plus c into x plus 1. So we have taken the LCM. Just cancel them with each other, and what we will get is x minus 2 equals to a into x square plus 1 plus bx plus c into x plus 1. Now we have to solve this equation. I'll label it as equation number 1 in order to find the value of a, b and c. So how we can solve it? Let's see. So we have to put the value of x equals to minus, let's put x equal to minus 1 in order to find the value of a. It's just an assumption. You can look into the equation, and accordingly you can solve the equation in order to find the value of a, b and c. So let's put it minus 1 minus 2 equals to a into, if we take the square of minus 1 it will be 1, so it will be 1 plus b in bx plus c, and minus 1 plus 1 will be 0. So this term will be cancelled out, and what we will get is minus 3 is equals to a into 2, and finally we will get the value of a as a equals to minus 3 by 2. So we have got the value of a. Similarly we have to find the value of b and c. Now keep this in mind that now we can't put any value of x in the given equation to find the value of b and c. So we have to solve the equation number 1 further in order to find the value of b and c, as we can't solve it further. So let's see how you can do that by just solving the equation number 1. Found the value of a, and now b and c are left, so we will use the equation 1 and solve it so that we can find a, b and c and put it into the main equation that we have assumed. So we will start it as x minus 2 and multiply them all by ax square plus bx square plus bx plus cx plus c. So this is the equation. Now from this equation we will equate the coefficients of x square, x and the constants to get the value of b and c, as we have already found the value of a. So the coefficient of x on the left hand side is 1 and the coefficient of x on the right hand side are this bx and this cx. So we will not write the x, but we will write the coefficients only in order to find the values. So we can equate them as 1 equals to, these are the coefficients of x, b plus c. So this is equation number 1. This equation alone is not giving any help to you, as b and c are already unknown. So we have to find another equation, that is the coefficients of x square. So here the coefficients of x square are ax square and bx square are the terms, and on the left hand side there is no term of x square. It means there is a 0 that is multiplying with x square on the left hand side, so we can take it as 0. So I'll write here as 0 equals to coefficient of x square are a plus b. So this is equation number 2. So solving equation number 1 and 2, we can find the value of b and c. How? From equation number 2 we can put the value of a that we have already found, that is a is equals to minus 3 by 2, and we can easily find the value of b. So let's do it. Put a equals to minus 3 by 2 in equation 2. So it will be 0 equals to minus 3 by 2 plus b. So the value of b comes out 3 by 2. So this is the value of b. Now what left is c. So we can make use of the equation number 1 here, that equation number 1 here. So I can write here as from 1. Don't confuse this equation number 1 with the equation number 1 that we have already seen. So here equation number 1 is equals to b plus c. So 1 equals to b plus c. So what is b? B is 3 by 2. So 1 is equals to 3 by 2 plus c, and when we solve it further we will get is c is equals to 1 minus 3 by 2, that is equal to minus 1 by 2. So we have got the value of a, b and c. C is equals to minus 1 by 2, and we can easily put them in the equation that we have assumed in the very start, and then we can find the integration. So let's see what equation what was that equation that we have assumed in the very start. A divided by x plus 1 plus bx plus c divided by x square plus 1. So this was the equation that we have supposed in the very start, and so we have to put the value of a, b and c, and let's see what we will get. Value of a was minus 3 by 2, so it will be minus 3 by 2 into x plus 1 plus bx, value of b is 3 by 2, so it will be 3 by 2 x plus minus 1 by 2, that is the value of c, divided by x square plus 1. So we will further solve it, and we will get the form minus 3 by 2 into x plus 1 plus 3x minus 1 divided by 2 into x square plus 1. So this is the final form that needs to be integrated in order to get the answer, and it is very easy as compared to the question in the question that is difficult to integrate. So by using the partial fraction decomposition we usually get a form that is easy to integrate. So taking the constants out, what we will get is minus 3 by 2 1 divided by x plus 1, integration of, we can write it as 3x divided by 2 into x square plus 1 minus integration of 1 divided by 2 into x square plus 1 dx. So we have got these forms, and we can find their integration easily as minus 3 by 2. So it is clear here we have a x plus 1 in the denominator. In the numerator there is a derivative of x, that is 1. So whenever we came across a derivative in the numerator, we just need to write it in the natural log form. So it will be natural log of x plus 1 plus, take the constants out, and we have to multiply and divide by 2, as there is x square plus 1 in the denominator, and the derivative of x square plus 1 is 2x. So 1 2 will be out and the other 2 will remain in. So what we will get is x square plus 1 dx minus, take the constant out, 1 divided by x square plus 1 dx. So finally what we get is minus 3 by 2 natural log of x plus 1 plus 3 by 4 into natural log of x square plus 1 minus 1 divided by 2, and 1 over x, integration of 1 over x square plus 1 is tan inverse of x plus c. So this is the answer of the given question that we have seen in the very start, and that was very difficult to integrate otherwise if we do not use the partial fraction decomposition. So keep in your mind that if you came across such factors that are non-repeated and irreducible quadratic factors in the denominator, then you have to apply this method of partial fraction decomposition and then you can easily find the integration of the integration when you came across a simpler form as compared to the complicated one. So that's all from today's lecture. Thank you.